Hey, word on the street is your binoculars are from 1976. Do you want some cool ones from Vortex? Yeah, you do. Like, comment, subscribe. We're giving them away every single month of the season. So if you like, comment, and subscribe, you're entered. Who doesn't want?
I'm not going to lie to you guys. For years and years and years, I would say soybeans are probably the most attractive thing that you could hunt over. I'd plant a lot of beans on my properties, especially the ones where we get 3 acres plus. And if we couldn't get 3 acres plus, depending on the deer numbers, we'd electric fence them. We'd use a product called Malorganite. It's a biosolid fertilizer, has a stench to it. Keeps the deer off them so that you have beans during the season. Now, don't get me wrong. Beans are good, but they are not the best. And I will stand by that till the day I die. Because we've discovered, I don't want to say discovered other food sources, but had a lot more success hunting other food sources throughout the entire year. And now here's the thing about soybeans that I really do like, even over corn, if we're talking about grains. Those soybeans are super attractive opening day. And don't get me wrong, in Kentucky, like we've hunted them, had a lot of success. I think you still will have success on them, guys. Don't get that twisted. But the nice thing is that they can be super attractive early season if you got the right bean that's still green opening day. And then that transitional period takes place where they yellow up, and then maybe acorns become really productive and super attractive. But then that late season time period, assuming that your beans not get mowed down to the dirt, they produce pods, okay? And now they're super attractive late in the season. That's great. And I think that's the second best thing that you can do as far as having a one food source that's attractive throughout the entire season. Number one, guys, without a doubt, is alfalfa. Without a doubt. And how do I know? Because I have access to numerous alfalfa fields and even have alfalfa on one of my home properties. And I will tell you the area in which we're hunting in, is not a quality area. In fact, I would literally say it is closer to the bottom, or it's closer to the worst side of the properties that I've ever been a part of or worked on or hunted or anything like that than the good side, okay? So definitely down there, a bottom tier property, right? And because we had these alfalfa fields that we put the puzzle pieces together, and these alfalfa fields that maybe are hidden or hard to get to, or like people aren't seeing them as often or pressuring them as often. Oh my goodness, guys. And here's the thing about alfalfa, guys, is in your neck of the woods, and it might be farther down south, a lot of you don't mess with alfalfa. I know guys in Oklahoma and Kansas will to a certain extent, so it can be done. But when I'm saying alfalfa, I'm not talking about just any random hayfields. No, I'm talking about alfalfa as your hayfield. There's a lot of different variations of hay. We all know this. I'm telling you that you need to be having alfalfa in your variations of hay or whatever, or just plain alfalfa mixed in with clovers, whatever it may be, because it is the most attractive. So here's what I will say is opening day, you absolutely have an opportunity at killing a good buck. And I don't care if you're in the Kentucky opener of first Saturday of September. I don't care if you have the September 15th, and I don't care if you got the October 1st. I will tell you right now that alfalfa is extremely attractive throughout the entire month of September, the entire month of October. And then as we start to get those frosts, it can lose some attraction. But I will say this. I have had deer consistently going out to this one single food source. We like to plant blends, and I like diversity. Don't get me wrong. But if I only got to plant one thing, it'd be alfalfa, because I've had deer in my alfalfa fields in January when it's negative 30, okay? Blizzard type conditions. And I take that back. I'd say blizzard. I should say frigid conditions. The downside to alfalfa is if you get 2 feet of snow and you get a layer of ice. Now it'd be nice to have some standing grain above that snow. That is the one stipulation or one drawback of alfalfa, guys. But let's say you live in a place where you don't get a lot of snow. I cannot beat it into your heads more than what I'm trying to do in this video, guys. I will pick alfalfa 10 out of 10 times over hunting soybeans if I had to pick what one thing to put on my property, because of the attractiveness throughout the entire season. And especially the early seasons, in which a lot of times nobody's really hunting in the woods. Now, if you want to get out there and kill a buck before your neighbors do because you're in a pressured area, now you have the quality food source that is extremely high in protein, super palatable, super attractive, and guys, it can withstand browse pressure. Can your beans withstand browse pressure? No, don't get me wrong. There are variations of beans that are out there and variations of beans that I'm aware of that are going to be coming out that can withstand browse pressure really well. I'm not telling you soybeans suck. They're my second favorite, but it is a far down second favorite to alfalfa. And I can literally say that because this year, I shouldn't even give away too much information. The property that I'm thinking about literally has soybeans touching the alfalfa. And I've been watching these deer on camera and in person go to that alfalfa and then eventually transition out into those beans to a certain extent. But here's the thing, when those beans turn yellow, it's going to be 100% about alfalfa, guys. So I know there's not much you can do about it this year if you have private land. Next year, plant alfalfa, maybe even frost seed it. You know, if you can get it in even planted this fall so that it's a better crop next year, do it. But if you don't have property, or you're going to choose not to, whatever, find alfalfa. When you're traveling out of state to a state that has alfalfa fields, focus on the alfalfa. If you're unsure if they're in the corn, the beans, or the alfalfa, you focus on the alfalfa, guys. I cannot beat this one to death enough. When it comes to killing big deer, guys, I will always, always, always focus on hunting alfalfa.